Good evening, good evening, good evening. It's your boy, somebody else. I'm filling in for my man Rob today. Mr. Brown is, he has some other things to take care of today. So I'll be in here helping to host the show today, along with, I believe, Mossberg is coming through. And yeah, then we're going to get this thing popping, man. So it's kind of funny since I'm starting the show off today. And like I said, hey, welcome to WTP Sports Dudes. We just talk that sports talk. That's all we do. We just talk that sports talk. We don't aim to say we better than anybody else or we do this better or we number one and all of this and all of that. But hey, them WTP Sports Dudes, they know what they're talking about. You know what I mean? I'm part of that team, so if I'm part of the team, it's legit. It's legit. It's good talk. So yeah, funny thing though, for those who actually know me, that can go way back and say they know me. It's kind of crazy because my man's name's, Robert Brown, Rob B. And then my man's Joe Mossberg, Moss B. Like if you know me, you know I had a Rob B and the Moss B in my camp when I did that music thing, you know what I'm saying? But it's just kind of I just laugh to myself, you know what I mean? Like sometimes I catch myself about to call Robert Rob B. You know what I mean? And I always call Moss B or Mossberg because, his actions and what he's done in this sports world speaks for itself. You know what I mean? So that's how we get down. So yeah, I'm gonna give Moss B a couple more seconds to get up in here before I kick it off. And it's only gonna be a couple more seconds because we got some things to talk about today. 1, 2, time up. Moss B, I'm waiting on you, baby. Here you go. Look at that, man. Look how it worked, man. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. It's nice. It's lovely over here. What's up? What's up, Moss B?
How's it going? My bad about the camera. I'm getting it figured out because I was
It's
trying to
good.
upload. I was uploading my clip for the week. It's my bad about the, taking a little
Oh no,
couple minutes
no,
extra.
we all good. We all good. We
Appreciate
all
you
good. I
having
was
me
just
on
I was just
everything.
funning around, but everything just worked like how it worked, and you came right in on time.
I seen it and I heard it. I was like, let me get in, and I clicked it right on time. I see you dressed, impressed, and ready for the possibility of success this weekend.
Hey, this what it is all week. I got Buckeye jerseys on all week at work.
Love it. I'm loving it like
I already
me.
wear it anyway, but I mix in my Cleveland Browns and Bengals while we on right now, and now Cleveland. I'm watching Cleveland right now, so like I put in our chat earlier today or yesterday, or whenever we was talking like, dog, this is that time of the year.
Definitely.
I get excited to get home after work. I can't wait to get home as soon as I get to work.
Ooh, bless me, bless me.
Yeah, bless you, buddy.
I'm gonna jump in the stream through our chat too, so I can actually be on and see it. So
Okay.
you can see me as well.
Okay.
He said he wanted us to answer some of the questions we got.
Yeah, I'm about to hit him with the first. We got the. Was this? All right. I guess it's right here. I don't know how I got down there all the way at the bottom.
He's typing in as we go.
Yeah. All right. So this was week 6 in college football.
Yes, sir.
Week 6 in college football. Undefeated teams dropping off. And Rob want to know what was the biggest upset of week 6 last weekend? What was that biggest upset? And if you're tuning in with us, go ahead and drop something in the comment. Let us know what you think the biggest upset was for the last weekend's games, week 6. Let us know what you think. You may have something different than us.
I would say my biggest would be
It echo when you did that. Mute the other one that you just got off of.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna say it was the game between Alabama and Vandy. I think that was
Yeah,
the
most
biggest.
definitely.
I think that was the biggest upset for me, for the mere fact that I mean, Bama come off a big win against Georgia, and then they come out, and if you think about how we've talked about many things, I would say they definitely laid an egg, compared to the usual of what we've seen from Alabama.
Right, absolutely. Absolutely. Now I don't think you can get a bigger upset than that right there. So, it don't get no bigger than that upset number one. So that
I,
definitely I have to go with that too. I have to go with that one too. Although it was a couple other nice little upsets.
the
Let me pull mine up.
I'm gonna say, Parlay Poe, we love you. You know, that Michigan, that Washington win was big. I think it kind of just stamped, the Big Ten after this weekend and seeing how competitive the SEC as well as the Big Ten. You also seen Minnesota beat USC.
Yeah,
So I think we definitely had another great week of college football. And we
yeah,
talked about weeks 4 through 7, 5 through 8. I think we spoke heavy on those weeks, and we're definitely seeing it in play.
yeah. I agree with that. We both agree with that. We're gonna go on to the next one. Is Miami in trouble of not winning the ACC?
I see nothing wrong with saying yes, because you got I had marked, and I took some things down when it come to that ACC, because you
Mhm.
got Pittsburgh, as undefeated, and you also have one other undefeated team in that ACC. I mean, no, you have Clemson in that ACC, and I think
With the
Clemson.
one loss Clemson, right?
I think, yeah, and I think they have Miami coming up, and I think the way I seen how they played against my Seminoles, feeling that my Seminoles would come out, maybe hit them in the mouth a couple times and turn the tide of the game. But that showed me a different Clemson team for sure, definitely. Dabo's telling
Right.
us he just might not need that portal.
And actually, the ACC has one, two, three, four, five one-loss teams. So
Yes,
it's still a wide open race.
yes, I agree. Totally wide open.
Yeah, it's still a wide open race, and the way Miami been playing these last couple games, they look like they can get popped.
And speaking of that ACC, I was looking at the top of the rankings, and in conference. You have Clemson that's ahead of Miami, in conference ranking, by I think a win. They may have played more conference games, but I was looking at that, and I said to myself, is that something that's going to change in the next few weeks? Will Miami be that team to slip up next? Because if we think about all these teams, when they get up there in that top tier, 8-1, somebody's losing week in, week out. And could Miami be the next team to take a loss? So just a
Yeah,
lot of things going on this season.
yeah, a whole lot, a whole lot. Now, how about let's switch over to the Big 12. Who's your favorite over in the Big 12?
The Big 12 is stacked. Um, I had, I know I picked Arizona earlier in the season, and they got a big one coming up this weekend at BYU. Um, and I had just put a star to that game because right now Texas Tech is the top, followed by BYU, Iowa State, and you got a very, very dangerous Colorado team. So I'm gonna check
Well,
mine off.
Texas Tech got an L. BYU and Iowa State they're still undefeated.
Yeah, and it's crazy because that's what I've been looking at most is the teams with
Yeah,
that one loss and seeing how they have them within that conference. And I've looked at Colorado. I'm taking my Big 12 pick and putting it on Colorado Prime and those Buffaloes over there in Boulder, because I think they have something to prove, and I'm gonna go ahead and put them as my Big 12 champ.
I'm a homer with Colorado, so I'm pulling for them too until they show up like they showed up last year. So until then, I'm a keep on pulling for them, but regardless of whatever their record ends up being at the end of the season, it'll be even that much better than it was last season, which just shows the progress that Coach Prime is making over there in Boulder, Colorado. And I'm rolling with them too. I feel like they have enough to compete with these teams over there in the Big 12.
I agree, and it's just at this point in the season, if we look at a lot of teams last year, some of these teams are definitely surprising. Some of these teams are where they at, but specifically with Colorado, I think they're so much better than where they were last year compared to where they are this year. I mean, this year compared to where they were last year. At this point in the season, with this record, I think they're, like I said, they're just a dangerous team. And we're seeing how college football is playing out this year. No one has them. I think we might be the only two, that I know for sure out of a lot of things that I watch that have Colorado winning the Big 12 right now at this point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, since we're over there in the Big 12 and we talking that, we're gonna go out to Boise, who is in the conference that doesn't even matter when it comes to talking about playoff. But can Ashton win the Heisman Trophy?
I'm gonna tell you this. If the thing is, because everybody's playing so great. When you think about the Heisman race, you think about now. Is it Cam Ward you put up there? We have Hunter and Gentry. I feel like he's definitely a man that could win this Heisman. I mean, you got to look at not only the statistics, what a player is to their team. I mean, a Heisman, I would say it's a big role to accept it, to win it, and I think you dealing with a guy that fits every category. He's been loyal to that program year in, year out. And I don't know, I haven't seen someone that means more to a program and a team as much as him this year in Genty.
I can agree with that, but I just can't agree with the competition that he's going up against week in and week out.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that you can give that prestigious trophy to a Boise State running back that's going up against San Jose State and Utah State or whoever they're playing. I have no idea who they're playing. UNLV or whoever. I have absolutely no idea who they're playing. So who gonna stop him? Looks like he has it, because I know if either one of my running backs was there where he at, and they just got the workload of those carries, I'm gonna have to say that my running backs would be even better than that, because I got two dogs in my backfield.
Agree. And that's exactly what I was thinking. I'm glad you mentioned that with who they play against, the competition. Because me, I don't know. My pick is Hunter right now.
All day.
And
Mine too.
I have Genty second. Seeing what he's doing, with the ball in his hands. I mean, the stats and everything prove it. And
I got Jeremiah Smith second.
And then I like that pick. I like that pick because it's a lot that's going on week by week. The one hand grabs. I mean,
oh yeah, he stayed doing them jump man poses.
You got a
He
Moss
stayed
grab
doing them jump
every
man
week.
poses. Jordan about to throw him some money. He catch
Somebody
another one of them
about to give him
jump
a
mans.
contract.
Jordan gonna throw him some money, man. Them all jump man poses.
Definitely. So it's like that. Once I go from Hunter to Genty, Smith's there, Cam Moore's there. It's so many more players, really, from 3 to whatever you need to fill that room that can be in there because of the productivity and what they're bringing to the table, and they're putting it out every Saturday.
Yeah, I just know I wouldn't let. I just know Genty, whatever it is, Genty couldn't. He wouldn't be able to get my vote. Not when you have Hunters out here. Not when you have Jeremiah Smiths out here. Not when you have the Cam Wards throwing them numbers up like that.
I
You know, I
agree.
can't. I know you're just throwing numbers up, my man. That's all you're doing. You have absolutely no chance at a national championship. You have absolutely no chance of beating anybody in a major bowl game. So yeah, go ahead. Run all over the place. have fun. Enjoy it. Get ready to
And
go. Either hit the portal and go get you $1 million before you go off to the NFL, or go on to the NFL next year. The sky's the limit for that kid, and congratulations to him.
yeah, because it's been a while, or I'm trying to think of the last time someone from the Mountain West or a non-Power Five, now Power Four, have won the Heisman. I think we would have to dig in some years for that one, and I think that's something to be
BYU. What was that quarterback at BYU? What was that boy's name?
I
I
wonder
forget
what
his
the
name. Ty Detmer.
Ty Detmer. Yep, I
Yeah,
knew he was
that's
thinking Ty
how
Detmer,
far back you have to go.
and that's a nice little while. So
Yeah.
that goes to show you really gotta rush for about 3,000. I think to really get that consideration and even get it. So I mean, I don't think we could
But
look
even
at it no other
3,000
way.
to just show that he was going against buttery defenses. I don't want to see
Right.
nobody rush for no 3,000 yards. If you
And
ain't
then,
coming out the Big Ten or the SEC,
and one thing that's a question is with us speaking on this is that Mountain West Conference a conference with no defense that has defense in spurts? Because if you look at it, you have a wide receiver from San Jose State that's second when it come to receiving yards. And then
yeah,
you
because they
have Ole
just
Miss
throwing the
number one,
ball
but
and ain't nobody guarding.
they just chunking it for a lot of yardage as well. So just something I'm gonna definitely look at the rest of the season, see how they perform against subpar teams, and see how they perform against a team I feel they should definitely handle
Right,
with maybe 200 receiving or whatnot, or even
right,
250 rushing.
right, right. Let's get to Bama in Georgia. Are they ranked? Are they ranked too high?
Man. You got Texas number one, you got Ohio State number two, you got Oregon number three, and you got Bama 7, you got Georgia 5. I'm honestly trying to figure this out. I was looking at the rankings and I was like, the Big Ten trying to. I said they got 2, 3, and 4. I said,
Man,
where
that's
else they at?
crazy. That's crazy.
I said
That's
to myself,
crazy.
I said, hold on, you got Texas at 1, Georgia, Bama. I said they trying to slide them in there, man. I just left it alone at that point, and
That's
I said
crazy,
to myself,
man.
I said after this weekend, I'm gonna put the Big Ten and SEC as equals, and they're definitely on
Oh
watch.
yeah, yeah,
Watch,
yeah.
and they're on
We
big watch.
definitely equals.
I was looking at it from week in, week out, and after last week, I was like, man, the Big Ten got some
We
bangers.
can bang
And
this
I
year.
said,
This year,
the
I'm very
SEC,
confident in them Big Ten SEC matchups that we're gonna be having
yeah,
during them bowl games. Because really, I'm looking at everybody outside of us like all of them soft.
definitely been
Even
some
even
bangers.
our, I we're gonna talk about Oregon once we get to going through all of this. But let's just stay on Bama and Georgia. I think they rank too high,
I believe
especially
so.
especially Georgia,
You got an undefeated Iowa State team out there.
especially
You have,
Georgia.
you have. I mean, you have teams that have a point in being in those positions. 4-1. Why is Miami 6-0 and not above Georgia? That's a question I'm sure many people want to know. Why is, Ole Miss 5-1? Okay, it goes to who they play. SEC, Ole Miss really haven't proven nothing. But are we SEC biased in some of these rankings? People out there,
Man,
ESPN, talk to us.
we already know. They
College
already know.
football
And
playoff,
you know
talk
we
to
can't
us.
get ESPN to talk to us because they own the SEC. So
So
how they gonna get to talk to us?
it's definitely something I looked at. With Bama beating Georgia still
Here's my
ranked
thing
above.
though.
ranked above Bama. It's a lot of questions.
How's Georgia ranked above Bama though? How are they ranked above Bama and they beat Bama? Because y'all saying they got upset by Vandy? Okay, I get it, but still, we beat y'all.
And you got to look at the fact that if nobody's paid attention to week by week, where every week we're talking about one big game where a team lost, they got obliterated. And then we go to another game where we're talking about a team that shouldn't have lost has lost, and it hasn't, looked good on the end of the loss. So, that's a great question. Why is Georgia and Bama so high? I don't believe in their seedings. They shouldn't be that high.
And see, I don't know if I can't. I don't remember if Georgia plays Tennessee, but you got Georgia ahead of Tennessee.
Yeah.
And but they're saying, oh, Georgia just lost to Alabama. But Georgia just hasn't been impressive. If we're taking an eye test and we're just looking at what we've seen from Georgia, they're just not passing the eye test. They don't even pass the eye test. That's not the old Georgia.
Right.
That's not the Georgia that won all these championships. That's not the formula right there. And the only way that they can get some type of advantage is through some type of missed calls or miscommunication going on the other side, because they look like trash.
Agreed. And then while we speaking on them real quick, I got a little thing for the top 10, but I'm going to get Georgia and Bama's out the way real quick. I said for number 5, Georgia, does this Bulldog got bite? That's a great question. And then for Bama, I said, is it a tide or a ripple? Because we got the tide last week, but we got a ripple this week. So, what's going on?
I don't think the Bulldogs bite, and Alabama's just what you said. It's just like you don't know what it is. You've seen what you thought was possible greatness in a team that could contend for a national championship. But then you see them go out and get 40 points up to Vanderbilt. Ain't no way in the world you're gonna survive no playoffs against no dogs.
Definitely. And
I don't even think that's fixable. To let a team like a Vandy put 40 up on you. That's something that's not fixable. That's you. That's who your team is.
Yeah, it shows a lot. Definitely.
So I like that right there. I like that.
Yes, indeed. Great questions. Keep them coming.
We got number 14, Iowa State. Number 11, Iowa State. Number 14, BYU. Number 18, Indiana. And number 22, Pitt, be higher. Should they be higher?
Iowa State, BYU, Indiana, and Pitt. And the reason I was saying Boise State, I remember how they had Boise State first few weeks of the season where they had them ranked until they took that loss. You got Iowa State, BYU, Indiana, and Pitt. Been playing wonderful football. Indiana is undefeated. Iowa State is undefeated. BYU, undefeated.
Yeah, it's all undefeated teams. Here's the question. So why is undefeated 5-0 undefeated Pitt all the way down at 22 and up under all of these one-loss teams?
I totally agree.
Are they not respecting the ACC any? Are they giving them just nothing?
ACC and Big 12, as we see, are getting taken for granted. And me, I don't know what it is about this Indiana team. I know you big on your Buckeyes. I believe y'all got them here in a few weeks. I got y'all beating them, of course. But I just wonder, what is this Indiana team? What is this Indiana team?
I like them, bro. They could possibly only lose to us.
And
I like Indiana. I want them to keep going.
We talked about
but
that.
I've watched them, and I know they don't have what it takes to compete on this level that we're at right now at the moment.
I
But
agree.
I like
Definitely
that
agree.
Indiana team. And I believe, excuse me, I looked at their schedule. I believe they can run it and just lose to us. That'll put
So,
them in the playoffs. But
so
then again, I don't know if they play Oregon. Like I said on the show, I think the other day, I think you're about to get a preview of the Big Ten championship game in
yeah,
Ohio State and Oregon. But like I said, we're gonna get through everybody else before we get to the meat. That's the meat now. All right.
got
What
you.
we got up here next? And I think you saw this. We was talking about this in the chat, and I didn't see this. But Rob wanted to know what's your thoughts on the Alabama cornerback Malachi Moore's actions towards the end of their game against Vandy.
We talked about that, and I had we spoke on that. I did some reading about it today, which brought me to this conclusion. And as a fan, I'm not happy, with his actions. But with that being said, as well, when you put pride to the side, that man stepped up. He apologized about his actions on Twitter and whatnot. But me personally, I think you still have to have that level head. You still have to be that senior leader. You still have to be Malachi Moore that they're speaking about online, and that loyalty stand through the transfer portal and all that. I just didn't like his actions. I understand the weight of the game and how things can happen in the moments of it, but I honestly just wasn't happy. Scouts will look at that. If we think about when it
Absolutely.
comes to the draft, that's something they're going to go look at.
Absolutely.
Is this something we have to worry about? So, with that being said, hats off to him for apologizing. Good thing, but it just wasn't a great thing. Wasn't good sportsmanship at all.
Yeah. I'm definitely never ever down with any type of violence in any type of manner. Keep your hands to yourself.
Yeah.
I tell that to little 5 and 6-year-olds. You shouldn't have to tell that to a grown man. Keep your hands to yourself. Play some football. If you don't want to really throw hands, keep your hands off people
That's it.
out there with equipment on, touching people and bothering people.
Just that simple. Just that
So,
simple.
with that being said, what do you think about the refereeing so far this college season?
Ooh, wee. It's been some questions. It's definitely been some questions. It's tough to be a referee in today's game.
Yeah, agreed.
It's I mean you got so much that goes on. Maybe should they add a fourth ref? Because I know money not an issue when you giving kids $1 million, $10 million. So that's not a question. But it's tough to be in their shoes when you got things going on outside of the game within itself that they have no control over, that they get looked at for when it comes to fans, the bet.
It's a lot of refs. I think it's like about 5 or 6 of them out there.
Okay,
They got a whole lot of refs. Line judges, back judge, side judge, referee.
I didn't realize that just watching so much in the trenches in the way seeing the four. But I feel they could definitely get a lot better. I feel like they could be a lot better. And a lot better when it comes to the pass interference. Y'all got to figure out if y'all gonna let these kids play football or if y'all gonna hold them from being talented players that they are. Because some things I kind of look at like, man, they not letting them play. And when it comes to the safety of them, I feel like some of the things they're missing, and that's the targeting hits. I was not happy with seeing what happened with the Miami game. I was just totally shocked. And I looked at that replay and consistently looked at it. I just think it should be better.
And I just feel like Vegas got too much of their hands all up in a cookie jar. They can't even get their hands out the cookie jar because their hands are so big. They taking up all of the cookies, and that's why some of these games look the way that they look.
Man.
Just to keep it all the way real. This is a Vegas thing. As much as we love our teams, as much as a fan of the game we are, at the end of the day, we gotta know this is a Vegas thing. If Vegas wasn't in the equation, we'd be able to see some actual sporting events. But
Yeah.
since Vegas is in play, they call these sports entertainment. They're not even called sports, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah,
Not for sure if you know that.
definitely.
But if you ask somebody else instead of asking and just looking on the TV and listening to what everybody else tell you,
Yeah.
you'll know that. It's just entertainment. Because they know we're not going to get sued. Nobody ever be able to take us to court and say, well, you knew they was going to win the Super Bowl this year. We were like, yeah. And we all, it's all scripted out right there. All the players know about everything. Like, yeah, everybody. So who you trying to sue for what?
Exactly.
And you know how they got to keep it hush hush. But here lately, some players been coming out talking about it. And I'm not quite sure I know or understand how they are allowed to get in front of a camera and speak and say, yes, the NBA is scripted. Yes, the NFL is scripted. I think I heard Shaq say it one time.
Mm-hmm.
I think I heard Shaq say it one time that how something was scripted.
Yeah. And it's wild. It's wild, definitely.
Hey Rob, I was coming with that. But look, hey Moss B, look how Rob had to try to hit us. But I'm switching this around, ladies and gentlemen, because we all know Rob is a Texas fan, and he want to say shit Ohio State be number one. We're not letting you off that easy just because you ain't on here tonight.
Hold on.
So we're going to say, here's the question. Who out here is better deserving to be at that number one slot other than Texas? Is there any team out here that can say that they should be number one other than Texas?
Mm-hmm.
That's the question. Yeah, that's right.
That's a good question. I sat back and thought about the weekend, thought about how college football has been this season, and I know you're a big Ohio State fan. We know WTP Sports dudes, big Texas fan. And as a fan of the sport, as a Seminole fan, I'm okay with either one of y'all being number one, honestly. But
that's not the question, bro.
Should Ohio State be
No,
number
that's
one?
not the question. Just who
Ohio
is there? Is there a team deserving? Ain't no should nothing. It doesn't have to be Ohio State. It could be Miami. Miami's undefeated.
Only team I feel is deserving of it is Ohio State. And I say that, we look at this season, how teams dropped in the rankings based on whether you play, you don't play, who you play that week. At the end of the day, a win is a win, and Ohio State's winning every week. Texas was off last week. Ohio State should have moved up to number one. I'm just saying.
I think we dropped last time we had a bye week, but we cool with that. We love the disrespect. It's all good. I don't want us to go nowhere. I wish they would have dropped us. I wish they would have dropped us. I wish they would have said we didn't beat Iowa by enough, and the defense looked sloppy, and we had too many drop balls. I wish they would have dropped us.
And I thought they was going to come out with
us motivated.
The 2-4 match. I thought they was going to do the 2-4 with y'all in Oregon just to put it as another banger and try to amp it up like that Alabama Georgia. But I'm like, nah, this is a totally different game coming this weekend than that Alabama Georgia game. This is a make or break for a season type game. Whereas Alabama and Georgia, I think that kind of exposed y'all for y'all seasons to go in a different route. Ohio State, Oregon, this could make a season for one team, and this is it for another team. That's
no, it's not. No, it's not. But we're gonna talk about that. I believe the other team is going undefeated and playing that team in the Big Ten championship, and both teams are making it to the playoffs.
Ooh. And with that being said,
but like I said, we're gonna get into that. Let's finish this with all the rest of college football.
Yes,
because
indeed.
we definitely spread the love here at WTP Sports Dudes. You know what I mean? It's not just Big Ten country because we up here in the Midwest. You know, we reaching out everywhere, down south, out east, out west, West Coast. You know, ACC, SEC. It's all love. It's all love, and we're not all Ohio State, Michigan fans. So you know, it's all love. Let's go. We said Rob said another Georgia player then got arrested.
I was reading an
What's that?
article about that.
Sound like them wheels are falling off. What's going on in Georgia? I ain't getting none of that.
Yeah, that was the. I was looking up some things about what was going on in the college football world. One of the receivers got arrested about. I believe it's something with the girlfriend, some situation to where college kids, domestic violence situation, the girls or whatnot. It's tough.
Yeah.
I just don't.
Keep your hands off of them women, boys. I think it's an
Definitely.
NFL player that just got in trouble for that. One of them Michigan boys, Julian Peppers or wherever. What not Peppers? I
Yep.
think
Peppers.
he in New England now or somewhere. But he just got in trouble putting his hand on a woman, choking her and all that other crazy stuff. Y'all got money, leave them alone.
Yeah.
They not for y'all. You not for them.
And I'm
That's
checking.
what I mean. All these
I'm gonna pull
artificial
it up.
relationships, artificial implants, just artificial everything.
Yeah, it's
I don't
crazy.
nobody want to be real, even the ones making all of this money.
I'm trying to pull it up so I could be correct on that situation.
Hey, I
Charged with,
believe
yep,
Texas should be number one. I'm cool with that, Rob.
he
I
was
have
charged with
absolutely no problem with that. He said, Rob
battery,
said, possibly an assault on an unborn
and
child. That means
unborn
she
child.
pregnant and he trying to
Yeah,
go up against her stomach.
yeah.
Just
So
childish, man. Grow up.
he was booked and released Tuesday on bond, and it says Young played 2 seasons at Miami before joining the Bulldogs in December. It's a pending legal matter. They will have no further comment at this time, and that's where we stand.
Yeah. And we're going to hit
Mr.
them with this. Should
Ex-girlfriend.
Ohio State be ranked number one? Absolutely not. Leave us alone with it. Keep us right there too. I don't care if you drop us because we have a unimpressive victory. But as Moss B said, a win is a win is a win, as you can see, or you can get knocked up out of here by Vanderbilt or Northern Illinois, and then you have to watch a Northern Illinois beat a Notre Dame, but lose to, I don't even know who they lost to, but they have 2 L's.
Yeah,
How do you have 2 L's? You play in the MAC conference, but you beat Notre Dame in Notre Dame. You don't know how to get up every morning. You don't know how to play this game every Saturday. The same
definitely.
way, staying consistent.
Yeah, there. I mean, you said it right there, consistent. And when you think of when you speak about that, asking about the Buckeyes, I'm gonna give you that rundown about the top 10 like I did, and I think you're gonna like this one a lot. Number
Come
one,
on.
Texas.
Come on with it before we get in this Ohio State, Oregon stuff, because that's where we're
Number
going for
you
these
going
last
right
20
after?
minutes of the show.
Yes, sir. Number one, Texas. Are we throwing up T's? And you know what T's I'm talking about, WTP Sports Dudes. And now the Ohio State at number 2. Are we buck nuts? That's the question. And you know what I mean when I'm asking right about now coming up for this weekend. And number
Yeah.
3, Oregon. Who's in Eugene? That's the question. For number 4, Penn State. Will the lion roar? Number 5, Georgia. We already know. Is this bulldog got bite? Number 6, Miami. Is it hurricane season in the U? And I'm not saying that in a bad way. I'm sending prayers out to
No pun
everyone
intended
affected
from
in
them
heavy rain.
WTP sports dudes. No
Definitely.
pun intended.
All prayers is going out to
Everybody
everyone
get
affected.
safe. Get somewhere, get safe. If y'all down
Mhm.
south, y'all watching, get somewhere, get safe. Don't just be sitting in there talking about I'm gonna wait this one out. They say this one's strong. They say this one coming like it got an attitude. And
Yeah.
then when you get to talking to somebody else, and somebody else will tell you, man, I think they're messing with the weather system and creating some of this stuff. But that's one of them. That's one of them somebody else shows for y'all to check out.
And then
Let's keep going.
we got Bama, a tide or a ripple. And then we got number 8, Tennessee. Are we volunteering or full time? Number 9, Ole Miss. Is this the same old story? And number 10, Clemson. We don't need the portal. That was my round out for the top 10. And
They
that's
say
just
we don't
something,
need the portal with Clemson coming in at a 4-1. Say
that's
we
just
just gonna
something to
keep
think
doing
about.
what we you ended with that. Let me tap on that schedule. Let me see what Clemson got. Let me see what they got to do.
It's looking real
They
good.
got,
It's
but
looking
here's the
real
bad
good.
thing: they got killed by Georgia in game 1, and
Yeah.
just absolutely murdered. Absolutely murdered. Then they play App State, boo. North Carolina State, boo. Stanford, boo. Close your ears, bruh. Florida
Oh,
State, boo.
bro.
You know what I mean? So they about to play Wake Forest, Virginia, Louisville, Virginia Tech, Pitt, the Citadel, and South Carolina. That sounds like a 12-1 schedule. I mean,
Very,
11-1
very
schedule that was
favorable.
set up for them at the very beginning of the season. Like, you're gonna lose to Georgia, but you should knock the rest of them off.
Yeah, that's what it's looking like for them. That's
That's what
whew.
it's looking like.
Yeah,
I like that. I like that top 10, man. And hey, everything fit, bruh.
that's a good looking top 10. Well, even though we might
Everything
not like
fit.
certain spots, but it looked good.
So you're saying outside Ohio State, nobody in that top 10 is capable of holding down that number 1 spot. Hold on, go ahead and answer that real quick. Hold on, bro.
The only team I feel like right now is Ohio State and Texas. They got it right with 1 and 2. If it's not Ohio State, it's Texas. If it's not Texas, it's Ohio State. They're winning, and regardless of how their schedules look, when they making a game a big game, they're putting it on their backs, they're taking it, and they're getting on that field and they handling business till that clock shut down. So when you ask me, I mean that's all I could see. Nobody other than Texas, and right back at it to Ohio State. It's 1 or 2 either way. And I think college football is in good hands when you have that as a question, when it comes to Texas, Ohio State, you know, along with the teams we have in this top 10. So with that being looked at, I know the one thing we've come to talk about this week. I can't wait. Can't wait till City League get back. Can't wait till we get back. What we've been waiting to talk about. Everyone is tuning in for the big game this weekend
Yeah,
between your
yeah,
Ohio State Buckeyes at the Oregon Ducks.
yeah.
What's your thoughts? Well, I'm gonna give you my thoughts first because I'm gonna let you, respectfully have the platform to talk about your Buckeyes. And I just looked at a
Respect,
few things. I
respect.
looked at the fact that y'all's defense is balling, 6.8 points a game to Oregon 17, and also the total yardage. Y'all putting up 500 plus yards a game. That's nothing easy week in and week out of college football. Nothing against the Ducks. They're putting up over 450 themselves. But I just think, when it comes to this game, Ohio State's only giving up, they're not giving up 100 yards, way less. Oregon's giving up over 100. And I think Ohio State gets away this weekend. Little brother, I'm sorry. I love you. I love you with all my heart. But I got the Buckeyes winning this weekend by a touchdown in Eugene. That's all I'm going to say. And I know we're going to have more to talk about this week as the week progresses and when it comes to this Oregon-Ohio State talk. So what's your thoughts?
Yeah, but what do you mean by get away with? What do you mean we gonna get away with a win? What you
The,
mean by that? I'm
the,
confused by that a little bit.
The reason I say get away with a win is because, for one, I don't think a lot of people has Ohio State winning this game in Oregon. And I say get away with a win because we talked about refs. We've talked about so many things. If we think about Ohio State in big games, when they're traveling on the road, whether it's a neutral site, when they're not in Columbus, it's always Ohio State's getting away or escaping with a win. And I'm gonna change that. And I'm gonna change the script and a generational curses as we would talk about.
Okay.
Ohio State wins a big game at Howard's debut in Eugene for the Buckeyes this coming Saturday. That's all I'm gonna say. And I feel good about y'all going into Eugene this weekend. I don't know what it is. I got a good feeling.
As you should, as everybody should. This is the game where we put it all together. We put it all together. You know, we didn't had all these scrimmages. We didn't have, what's that, 5 scrimmages, I believe?
Yeah.
We didn't have 5 scrimmages. That's good. That's good. That's good work to prepare for a team like Oregon in Eugene. Hostile environment. Just one of the most beautiful places that you'll ever see. I have to get to Eugene, Oregon one day and see that. That's on my bucket list.
And
Eugene, Oregon is definitely on my bucket list. That's a long way from Columbus, Ohio. But I have to get to Eugene, Oregon and see all of that beautiful nature and all that beautiful money that Mr. Nike spin out there in that baby. I just have to see it for myself.
and you know, another thing I was looking at as well, we talk about the secondary a lot these last few weeks. And if you giving up 162 passing yards, I'm gonna just tell you this: Smith can get that by itself. And I don't know. I just feel like what I feel that Chip Kelly is holding out for what's coming this weekend. I think he's gonna have some plays in store that we definitely haven't seen, and I'm talking about years.
Look, you've been listening to me, bro. You've been listening to me, bro. Because look, hey, look, what they gonna see this week? With Buckeye Nation and Duck Nation and everybody that's tuning into this game, what they gonna see this week is a Chip Kelly Picasso.
And y'all got
a Chip Kelly Picasso.
All you heard this past weekend was tank.
Yeah.
Like I said, little brother, I love you. I don't have nothing against the Ducks, but when we talk about this here game and we talk about this football, I look at a lot. You know, Oregon has played in big games over the years. They have not cracked them. And it's around the same time that Oregon be taking those losses, not to mention the injury that they had as well. You know, is that tight end, is he going to be healthy enough to take on what's coming this weekend?
Because they got enough 4-star tight ends over there. They be okay.
I think the Silver Bullets is coming out, and they're trying to prove to the world, man. And I think this is a game. And, you know, I'm just, you know, as we dive into so much sports talk and I look at so many things, and I'm a big sports fan, it's just, I'm looking at this and I'm looking at the fact that being in big games at this time of the year matters. Ohio State haven't lost many. And if you put this coach, I think he's undefeated at this time of year when the going gets tough since he's been at Ohio State.
Yeah, all Ryan Day do is lose bowl games into Michigan.
Yep.
Everybody else gets smacked around. But we're trying to change that this year. You know, we hungry. We still got to listen to those Wolverines, you know, because they're not going to stop until we beat them. And rightfully so. They can, you know, I got to give it to them. because for the past 24 years we've been beating the crap out of them. So I would hold on to this championship that y'all have and squeeze it as tight as you can, because we back and we're gonna show y'all this Saturday night how to go and show that you're about business. We're coming out with a victory. I'm looking for, who was that? LB said 38-10. 38-21, I meant, my fault, 38-21. I like that, but that's too many points unless we're giving up two more touchdowns like late in the fourth while we have our backups out. That's too many points. I need to also see my silver bullets be dominant.
Yeah.
I need to see my silver bullets dominate. I need to see that front four dominate the line of scrimmage. Yeah. I need to see my linebackers running around with those tight ends and running backs coming out the backfield, shutting it down.
To speak on your linebackers, I've seen some improvement in that linebacker.
They had a little. You know, but we had a mess up on that first possession to where I was mad. Like, I'm watching it, and I got my eyes. I'm just watching players, and I'm watching how this player missed his tackle, and it ended up them all the way down the field.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Set them up for a touchdown. We make that tackle. They getting up out of here real quick. But it's just the small things that we have to correct. And it looked like they corrected a few of those things. And like I said, that ball about to get to rolling. And y'all going to see that baby rolling real good come Saturday night. I'm looking more like I probably need like about 41, 42. I need to be in the 40s against Oregon. I need for my Buckeyes to show me that regardless of whatever, you're not going to be able to outscore us. And that's how I'm feeling when we're going to have to go into these playoffs. And Coach Day is going to have to rely on his passing game, even though we do have one of the best running games in the country, but rely on your passing game to open up the running game, and you're unstoppable. Nobody will ever be able to stop you, because for the past 12 years, all we really ever had to do was just drop back and pass the ball.
Agree.
And we're winning games. And now they're back on their heels. And now we running the ball downhill and not getting touched for 5, 6, 7 yards.
Yeah,
but they scared. They scared of Marvin. They scared of Wilson. They scared of Olave. So now we got Smith in here. Like, man, throw the ball. And Jigma, Ennis. Man, the richest. We have a richest of receivers.
Do you think
he's got it tight end?
Do you think Dylan Gabriel get 150 passing yards?
Man, say that again.
Do you think Dylan Gabriel get 150 passing yards?
Absolutely. They're going to be behind. He's going to have to throw the ball.
Do you think y'all give up 100 rushing yards for the first time this season?
No. Not to one individual.
With that being said, you say Dylan Gabriel over 150. Y'all don't give up 100 yards rushing. My point, my score, 27-20. Remember, I said I got y'all winning by a touchdown as well. 27-20, Ohio State.
You're only giving us one touchdown a quarter. My team is better than that, and I don't care who we're playing. Like I said, we're going to outscore you.
The reason I give it a touchdown a quarter is because I feel that the defense at times, based on just the past few weeks, turning the ball over and them first few possessions of the game, getting hold of a team like Oregon to a field goal, to where y'all may have these long, y'all may have these long drives, but at the highest point total in Eugene, I'm going to go 34-23, Ohio State. On the second pick, I'm going to go 27-20 with my touchdown, but I'm going to go 34-23 as the highest, because if y'all get a turnover, I know how y'all put points up off turnovers, and y'all do score in bunches. And that's where that pass attack where you say Dylan Gabriel can get over 150 coming back, trying to win the game passing. But I just say 27, giving the respect to Oregon, but also understanding the intensity of the game as well. Not saying that y'all can't score higher than this. I feel y'all definitely can. But I'm just looking at if this was I know if ifs was a fifth, we all had different fits. But if this was a Oregon game a few weeks ago where how y'all had the turnovers against Michigan State, I'm looking at a lot of these things in retrospect just in this game in a whole. So I definitely got y'all winning, and the possibilities of y'all getting some of those breaks because of the way y'all secondary play.
Hey, is that
So,
IB right there commenting? Is that IB or LB?
LB.
LB? Yeah, that's what I said the first time. LB saying 17-14 at the half, Buckeyes. See, that's what I'm saying. Look, but then Moss B, I think you telling me, are you trying to tell me to drop my expectations? Because it just gave me a flashback before the season started. And we were talking, and I'm like, my Buckeyes defense gonna do this. We gonna do that. We gonna do this. We gonna do that. My defense been kind of like disappointing for me. My offense been banging.
Oh, Iron Day. That was Iron Day. My bad.
My defense. What'd you say, Moss?
That was Iron Day. That was his son, Iron Day. I forgot.
Oh,
I'm looking at
IB.
the
So it is
picture now.
IB.
Yep.
It's IB.
Iron Day Brown. Yep. I got it.
Yeah, IB. Okay, yeah. So yeah, my fault, IB. But look, I'm looking for us to get 28 by the half. I'm looking for fireworks. I'm not dropping my expectations in what I see in his team and what I feel like Chip Kelly is about to bring to the table come Saturday night. I think he coming with it. I think Coach Knowles is going to unleash the dogs on defense too. I think we're going to get a glimpse of these fireworks. And also, we do have to give Oregon something to prepare for because I don't think I'm the only one that believes that this is a preview of the Big Ten championship game.
Mm-hmm.
I think Oregon feels like that, and I think Ohio State feels like that, and I feel like both teams feel like if we lose, we're running the table. We'll meet them in a Big Ten championship game, and we're in the playoffs regardless.
I like that.
You know what I mean?
I like that. I agree.
I feel like both teams feel like that. Now, I'm quite sure Ohio State know that they're not going to lose because we have more on the table than Oregon. And I'm just talking about the bread that we put up for ourselves. But still, like you said, too, there's a lot of people that's picking Oregon to win this game. Just like there's a lot of people that's not picking Ohio State to win the national championship. But at the same time, there's a lot of people saying Ohio State paid for a national championship. So why doesn't everyone have us ranked number one? Why isn't every sports show saying this is just who's playing second fiddle to Ohio State? This is just to see who's going to get runner-up to Ohio State. You don't hear that. You hear them picking the Oregons to come in and win the Big Ten in year one.
Yeah.
You hear them with their same Alabama and Georgia rhetoric. And, since Tennessee is in the SEC, they want to talk about, can they be contenders now?
Nah. Just because Tennessee and the SEC, come on, man. This is SEC football. This is Big Ten football we talking about. You're not just about to come in these conferences and just take over. Texas, on the other hand, that's a whole different coach that's had every experience in that SEC conference.
Our fault, IB. We got you, IB, baby. It's all corrected. I just didn't know if that was an L or a B.
Isaiah, I got you.
Yeah, we got you.
So,
hey, we appreciate you, man, tuning in and commenting and giving us some back and forth to talk about.
And just, when we even and look at it, I did some jotting down about the SEC top, and this is based off just the conference record. You got Texas A&M, Texas, then LSU. And that's just so far off the couple conference games, right now. And it'll be something to look at in a few weeks, I'm sure. They have Indiana over Ohio State because of the amount of wins. Then you have Oregon and Penn State, just like they are in the top 20, top 5. Then you got Texas Tech, BYU, Iowa State, and Colorado.
Come on,
Scary.
IB.
So ACC, you got Clemson, Miami, SMU, Virginia, and Pitt, all undefeated in ACC play. You know, so you got just a little bit of everything going down. And in that Mountain West, you got Boise State, San Jose State, and UNLV. So the question is with Boise State, if they don't slip up, will they be in the playoff? You know, if San Jose State knock off a team like Boise State or someone else, do they get
Boys,
in?
you gonna come in and get smacked.
So it's so many questions and answers that we don't even have the answer to, but we definitely gonna bring you the content when it come to everything that's going on in this college football playoff top 25 week by week.
That's right. But Boise State played Oregon pretty tough, though, right? Didn't they?
Yeah, they played them pretty tough.
Yeah.
I was that big game with the running back too as well, which made us spark a conversation about that Ducks run game. And that's something as well that I just feel like that offensive front for Ohio State has been starting to open up the gaps a lot more.
Yeah. It's looking beautiful. I can't, man, I can't wait for Saturday. That's like every day, man. I'm actually ready to go to bed so I can get up and go to work tomorrow. And get Wednesday over with. Get hump day up out the way.
Yes,
Because time is flying, man. So I be trying to tell my kids, man, time is flying. My students that I'm teaching at work, like time is flying. Y'all need to understand. Every minute is important. When you're here, it's important to take advantage of it. Trying to tell you. I can't, man. I just feel really. I feel like we're gonna beat these boys pretty bad. I think we're gonna beat them. I think we're gonna beat them pretty bad. And after this week, it really won't be a question who the number one team in the country is, which we thought we knew when everybody was talking about all the money that we put up to retain our own players. Like we didn't really just go transfer portal crazy. We just got some transfer portal solid pieces.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We didn't do it. We didn't do a Colorado overhaul or we bought 20 in like, Alabama or whatnot. Nah. We just got a few little pieces.
That's it.
Pieces that we knew we needed help with. And that's it. But like I said, I'm looking for complete dominance. But I want to say that Oregon looked very, very good against Michigan State last week.
Yeah.
I thought Michigan State was going to put up a bigger fight, but Michigan had a mistake on the very first possession, which changed the whole dynamics of the game. That's what people don't understand.
Yeah.
Like it's about plays, and sometimes it doesn't matter when they happen. Like this play happened on the very first possession. Michigan State stopped Oregon, got the ball, drove all the way down the field. The freshman quarterback fumbled the ball at the 1 yard line.
Yeah.
And something else that was very, very interesting to me was that the defender actually got the ball before he crossed the goal line to go back into the end zone for a touchback. It actually should have been placed at the 1 yard line.
Yep.
Right where the defender got the ball. They never showed another replay after the first one they did.
Nope.
If you watch Ohio State games, anything that's wrong, I think it was against Michigan State. A player did get his hand on that player's face mask. Yes, we saw it.
Yeah.
But do you know they replayed that thing 8 times? They replayed it 8 times, and they continue to just say, hey, he's grabbing a face mask. You think we didn't see that the first time that you showed it?
Yep.
That's that thing that when we get to talking to somebody else, like they're brainwashing us through the TV. They brainwashing us. They making you think you see this stuff during games. It's like things that they're making. They want you to, even though that was a face mask and you saw it, but they just showed you so many times, and now they want to make you be like, oh, they be cheating for Ohio State.
Right.
Why you don't show replays like this in other games? It was a very big play. It was a fumble recovered at the inch-yard line. He carried over into the end zone. It's a huge difference from starting out at the 25 than it is starting out at the 1 yard line after a turnover.
Yeah.
That's why coaches go for it right there on the goal line. Okay, if I don't make it, they get the ball right here, and I'm going to hope that my defense can stand strong and stop them, and we still get good field position, and we try to go down and score again. Like, there's just a lot of things that happen, and once Oregon got that ball back and stopped Michigan State from scoring, it was over. You didn't give Michigan State that confidence to say, we can go bang with them boys.
Yeah.
That bubble deflated once Oregon got that ball at the 25 and drove down the field and scored.
Okay.
Michigan State was never, ever able to recover, and they never looked like the team that played us. But everybody plays hard. Everybody thinks their game against Ohio State is a Super Bowl or a bowl game or a championship or their chance to turn their season around.
Yeah, I agree.
It ain't easy being the king. You see how heavy that crown is for the University of Michigan?
Yeah.
They have act like that's the heaviest crown the national champion has ever had. That crown already about to fall off. I've never seen a national champion not be able to hold that crown up. They still out here crying, talking about we ain't cheat.
Man.
We don't care about that. It's a whole new season. It's a whole new season. All that's over with. Stick your chest out and walk with that crown up on top of your head like a champion. But since they don't know how to be champions, they don't know how to do that. And they're probably the sloppiest defending national championships I ever seen. Fans included. Where them Michigan boys at? Yeah, y'all know how we bang.
So the thoughts on what do you think about Texas at Oklahoma? The big showdown. We always know what the banger that it brings. You throw everything out the window.
Not this year.
This the year. You know, I definitely got Texas winning.
Texas going to smash. I'm looking for Texas to give the same type of statement win that Ohio State need to go to Eugene and do. Now, mind you, if both of them win by 3, 6, 7 points, everybody's still going to be happy. Texas going to be number 1. Ohio State going to be number 2. They're going to say their hands down, the best 2 teams in the country.
Yeah.
But both of those teams are looking for statement wins against Oregon and Oklahoma. They have to be. They're not looking for just a victory. They're looking to show the nation that they're out here trying to win this national championship. Because don't forget, Texas spent money too. That's why I don't like that everybody want to act like Ohio State the only one that spent money. We're not. We're just the most hated. Like, people hate us.
Yeah.
And I don't know why. It is what it is. But people just hate us. But everybody spent money. But all you heard was Ohio State spent all this. They bought a national championship. Well, let us buy it then. Give it to us. Let us not have to play for it.
Right. Then
as a fan, listen here. I ain't going to be mad at you. Y'all say we bought it. Give it to us. Make all these games easy. Let us be the 2025 national champions.
Yeah.
Give it to us.
And
I ain't mad. However, I done learned something out of these 52 years I've been out here. Whatever they want to give to you, take it.
Yeah.
Don't say, I'm okay. No. If they want to give it to you, take it.
Then I got...
Especially if it's good. If it's some BS.
Right. And then I'm going to send... I just wrote down my final prediction for the score for your Buckeyes, as well as that Texas-Oklahoma game. I'm going to send it in our text thread. The one we got, me, you, and WTP Sports Dude. I'm going to send it to you. And I think y'all going to like my final prediction on the score. I'm not going to tell them, but But I'm gonna
That's
tell
what's up.
y'all,
That's what's up.
let's go give us the content to talk about.
Hey, I like
that.
what what IB said. IB said he got Texas winning, but Oklahoma covering the spread.
Mm.
I could see that, IB. I could see that. I
I
could see
didn't even
that.
see the
I can
spread
see
just for
that
that
easy.
game.
That actually looks like a Texas Oklahoma score, to be honest. I'm quite sure you can go back in the history of their last few games, and you're probably going to see a few of them that look like that. It might be
Yeah.
Texas. It might be Oklahoma. Both of them going to score some points, but somebody going to win.
Do you think it was back that they unleash a little bit of what we haven't seen, or do you see a healthy Ewers at his healthy as he's been in college football, getting back to it like business as usual?
Those injuries they're funny, man. They're funny. You just have to get out there and test it and see how it does. You just never know.
Great.
You just never know until you get out there. You know, we don't know if now he's worried about getting injured and what that can possibly do to his NFL stock. We don't know that. But
Yeah,
that's how he has to play from here on out.
yeah,
Now he has to be thinking about his future.
it's a good
Now
point.
he has to be thinking about, if he does potentially end up getting hurt again, like, okay, do I need to shut it down and just start preparing for the draft combine?
Yeah,
Because now we're talking about his money, and he has a backup quarterback that can go ahead in there and take it.
oh yeah,
So even if it's a minor injury that he possibly gets, he will possibly have to think about shutting it down.
I didn't. It's something you said that because I didn't think about that with Ewers. I didn't think about that, and that's something that we're gonna keep that for the content. I'm gonna keep eyes on that the rest of the season.
Yeah,
Definitely
yeah,
this weekend for sure.
yeah. They say that Oklahoma defense is good. I ain't see it. I ain't buying it.
It's a good defense,
They
but
good
when you
until
talking,
they good until they meet somebody that know how to play football. Actually, that Oregon defense looked good last week, so I'm actually interested in seeing, how we go against them. I thought that defense looked real solid last week.
yeah, it did. I
I
won't
thought
lie
they
about
looked
that.
real solid, and they
Definitely did.
definitely should give us a good test.
I agree.
I
Is
got
there,
us 48. I got us 40. I got us 48 to them, not enough.
I got
So
34-20.
they can put whatever they want to put in there, but I got us hitting up 40 something. Because
34-20.
I'm seeing 24 to 28 in the first half. It's gonna be a lot of passes, so that clock gonna be stopping a lot. The clock gonna be stopping a lot. If it's some incomplete passes on Oregon's behalf.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I could see that clock stopping a lot just because of the amount of passing that's going to go on in this game,
Yeah.
and especially in the first half. Rob said 34-20, his final prediction. I'm
Nah, that's
48
me.
to whatever. I'm
That's
48
me.
to not enough.
Nah, that was me. I typed 34-20.
Oh,
That's my final.
okay.
That's
You
my
did that.
final
Okay.
prediction for it. I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna give them 20. Y'all got a good defense, man.
Hey, that's cool if it. Hey, that's cool if it's some of them late touchdowns against the backups.
And then I got 37-17 for that Texas Oklahoma and the Red River shootout. Taking Texas big.
I like that because that's where I'm at. I'm definitely big on it. But man, shoot, bro, I think we done popped all these questions. I think we done popped these
Definitely.
questions. Put some other ones in there. Y'all live tomorrow doing NFL?
I believe so. We are. What's
All
tomorrow?
right.
Tomorrow's
Yeah,
Wednesday.
Texas, Oklahoma, 3:30. So once again, it's a beautiful college football Saturday.
Oh
from
yeah.
beginning to end. You know, that
Oh, yeah.
Texas, Oklahoma take you right into Ohio State and Oregon. I
Oregon.
mean, you can't beat it. You
Can't
can't
beat
beat
that,
it.
man.
You
Can't beat
can't
that
beat
on a
it.
Saturday, man. Get your
That's why I
popcorn
can't
ready.
wait to get to my weekends. Yeah, I'm trying to hurry up, get these days over with. So let's
Order
get
some
off here,
pizza.
man,
Yep.
and go. Hey, let's get off here and go get ready to get this week over with.
Yes, indeed.
You got anything else you want to share with our people out there looking? Hey, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, man. Come on. We're trying to get up to 300. I don't know where we're at right now, but that's the short-term goal, 300. We're going to skip over that 3 and go to 5 after we hit this 3. So share, like, subscribe. Come on, help us out now.
Hit the notifications, like, subscribe to WTP Sports. Make sure you like and subscribe to Level Up Sports 10 as well on YouTube, City League TV on Facebook, and we have podcasts coming to you as well soon. So just get prepared. Follow this train with us, and we're going to keep y'all tuned in every day through the week as much as we can, and especially on our game day weekends.
That's right. And don't forget, whatever you see on here, it's one of them WTP sports dudes, man. This us, this family. This how we do.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Peace out.
Peace.
Peace.